I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, and it is a Friday night. We have a nice weekend ahead of us, and finally we have a weekend where we're not going to worry about any rain, any storms, or any severe weather. It is going to be really nice weather-wise, and that times out perfectly for the folks at Augusta National, where we have the Masters going on this weekend. And after flirting with some showers last night and late this afternoon that were kind of off and on this afternoon, things are getting better at Augusta for the rest of the weekend. And all in all, the weather hasn't been too bad for the first couple of rounds here, and then the final rounds on Saturday and Sunday look to be nice. We're going to see mostly sunny skies here in Augusta on Saturday. The morning temperatures right around 49 to 50 degrees, then getting up to 67 in the afternoon, and that's going to be trending a little cooler than where Augusta should be at this time of year. And then on Sunday morning, another really cool start with temperatures right around 45, but going up to around 73 in the afternoon hours, which is closer to where Augusta should be for this time of year. So it's going to be nice and sunny, looking really nice out there. In fact, we can break down those days, each one, and you'll see here that, we're going for that low of 49 on a Sunday morning. By 8 o'clock, it'll be around 50, still mostly sunny skies, maybe just a couple of clouds mixing in at lunchtime and after lunch on Saturday. Also, maybe a couple of breezes around too, but nothing too bad out there. Temperatures will be slow to warm. We'll be at about 59 at noon, and then getting up to around 66 in the middle of the afternoon for that high temperature for your Saturday. Then on Sunday, it does get a little warmer. Now, the morning hours on Sunday will be rather cool at 47, but you see how we're into the lower 60s by lunchtime. It will be a little faster to warm during the day. Plenty of sunshine throughout. Temperatures right around 73 for a high at 4 o'clock. But then once we get to the 6, 7 o'clock hour, once the play is ending, and once the winner gets the green jacket, we'll see those temperatures back down into the lower 70s, maybe even the upper 60s. So all in all, great weekend for the golfers, for the patrons who are there, and then those of us at home watching it on TV. At least it's going to look nice on TV, and we're going to have nice weather here in our area too. Not too far off from what they're going to be experiencing in Augusta. Pretty similar type weather. We have a sunny weekend in store. Keep the sunglasses with you because you'll need them if you're going to be going outside for the weekend. Temperatures trending a little bit cooler here on Saturday, and then warming up a little bit more for your Sunday with all that sunshine that we're going to have around. Take a look at the Almanac for today. We had temperatures that were up into the upper 60s, right at about 68 degrees. We had a low this morning that was in the lower 50s, right at about 51 degrees here for this morning. And we'll be watching here the average high for this time of year, where we've been seeing those temperatures that are, the average high is 73. So at today's high of 68 was a little bit below the average, and our low of 51 this morning was right at average, and of course nowhere near the records, and only 1/100th of an inch of rain today with some of those scattered showers that came through. We started working away at that deficit a good bit here, but now it's starting to climb back up. We're still about 2/3 of an inch below where we should be in rainfall for the year for the metro Atlanta area. So let's take a look at the pollen count for today. It's coming back up. We're back to the quadruple digits. We're at 1,041. That's in the high range, not extremely high range. Anything above 1,500 is classified in the extremely high range. So what we're going to be watching here will be seeing if those pollen numbers are going to keep coming up. The cooler, okay, so we had the rain earlier that really helped bring it down. And then the cooler than average temperatures this week is helping to maybe suppress some of that pollen dispersion out there, or exploding or anything around. The cooler temperatures are helping with that. And so I'm thinking this weekend we may be coming up a little bit, but not crazy high numbers. The main pollens present are oak, pine, sycamore, and mulberry. Grasses are low, weeds are moderate, mold is in the high range too. And that is going to keep us still sneezing here and there. I had somebody ask me, are we finished with the yellow pine pollen? Not quite yet. It's not going to be as thick as it has been when it normally peaks at the end of March and beginning of April, but we're not quite finished with it yet. I'm not going to be washing off my outdoor area and cleaning it off yet You might be able to get away with it if you did it this weekend, but just know there might still be some of the yellow pine pollen that still comes around. But again, it won't be as thick as it was. I think I'm going to wait another week before I go to the trouble of doing that, because I want to make sure that that's all beginning to move out just a little bit more before we get more of it coming in. Now, today we had the wraparound moisture. After those storms came through last night, the front moved to the south, the low moved up to the north and east, and wrapping around it, we still had a little bit of moisture that moved in, and that was just scattered activity here in the afternoon hours. Now, the deal with this is, though, we still had a cold layer of air aloft, and with that moisture coming into that, we did still, even though we didn't have anything severe today, we still had some showers that had some hail in association with it. Very small hail, about pea-sized hail in some spots. But now that we're going through the evening, as expected, this is timing out as we expected here, that we would see some scattered showers this afternoon and early evening. But now things are diminishing and pushing on down to the south. So not much going on. We have a lone cell there over into parts of Cleburne County in Alabama that's moving to the south. That's going to keep falling apart too. So the front came through yesterday, pushing all the storms down to the south. Then we have this low that's moving on up to the north and east, and it's that wraparound, the counterclockwise flow around that area of low pressure that is making those temperatures, or making that moisture kind of move in here, and it's all starting to die out now, and we're seeing that rain ending. Here is a picture from Debbie Ringer in the Grayson area. She sent us this picture showing where we have those conditions here that are still generally showing that hail, the pea-sized hail that we had with some of those showers and some of the, again, not really strong thunderstorms, but you can see the white pea-sized hail on the black pavement. And that kind of shows up pretty well there, but that just kind of shows the small hail that we had. Also in Duluth, we had a double rainbow. Glynis Reicher sent this after a couple of showers moved through just a little bit earlier. And we see there that beautiful vivid rainbow there in the Duluth area. And we had a few other pictures that were shared with us today for some rainbows in some spots too. Here's a look at our temperatures around North Georgia right now. We have 53 degrees, so it is starting to cool off. Now that the sun has gone down, it's getting darker. We have that northwest flow, that wraparound moisture still pushing that rain away, and things are cooling off here. 53 in Duluth and Marietta, lower 50s in Canton. We've got 40s right now up in Blairsville and up into the Clayton area. We will move into the 40s here in town by tomorrow morning, so it's going to be a chilly start at 44 degrees, and then slow to warm during the day. We're going to have plenty of sunshine, but temperatures around lunchtime, between 11 and 1, going from 53 to 59, but still holding in the upper 50s at lunchtime, and then topping off at 64 here in the afternoon. Plenty of sun during the day, but that 64 reading is going to be about 7-8 degrees below where we should be here for this time of year. But you'll notice here on the forecast track, again, a couple of spotty showers. Those continue to move away to the south of us. We have that northerly flow that's moving in on Saturday, that cool start. But then notice here through the rest of the afternoon hours, still a northerly flow, a little breezy at times, temperature staying below the average, but nothing major moving in. We're going to hold on to a lot of sunshine during the day. Another cool start on Sunday morning in the lower 40s, actually. There are some spots up in far north Georgia that could be flirting with the freezing mark and maybe even have a little bit of frost around. There is a freeze watch in effect for those areas up in parts of North Georgia. Then on Sunday afternoon, notice the wind shifting a little bit, and that's going to help those temperatures begin to warm up. We'll see highs in the low to mid 70s on Sunday afternoon. Still with that plenty of sunshine around, and again over in Augusta, things looking nice for the final round of the Masters. Monday morning, cool but not chilly, and then in the afternoon on Monday, still seeing that southerly flow here. That is going to reinforce the warmer air, and we're talking about Monday afternoon getting into the lower 80s, right around 81, 82 degrees here for those afternoon hours. So we're going to start off the week with everything looking and feeling really nice on your Monday. On Tuesday, we do get another little system that's going to move in, a weak system with limited moisture that might bring that rain chance back up to about 20%. Now let's take a look at these temperatures. I mentioned the cooler air over us right now, and that's coming in with that northwesterly flow. Again, around that area of low pressure up in the Carolinas, and that flow here bringing in some of that cooler air behind the front, the warmer air pushing down to the south, and that's going to continue tomorrow. So we will see cooler than average temperatures on Saturday with those highs holding in the 60s. So just know it's going to be feeling a little cooler than what we should be feeling here in April. Then on Sunday, that chilly start in the morning, then that cooler air goes up to the north, and then we begin to feel the warmer air beginning to move back in. That's when we get into the 70s here on Sunday afternoon. And then Monday, that's when we're going to feel the 80s, lower 80s moving into our area. That holds with us early on Tuesday, and then it shifts on down to the south. We have another surge of cooler air moving in that we'll be feeling on Tuesday with temperatures falling instead of in the 80s. We're going to go back down into the 70s, and then we hold in those 70s here on Wednesday as well. So again, not cold, but just trending back down into the lower 70s for really the middle of next week. Look at these morning temperatures. 44 for your low temperature on Saturday morning, and then even cooler on Sunday with a low of 42 degrees. 52 by Monday and 59 on Tuesday. So the morning temperature is getting a little milder. And on Tuesday, the reason it's going to be a little milder to start is because we're going to have a few more clouds around, and the moisture content in the air is starting to increase a little bit more as the dew points are going to be rising, and that's why we're not going to be as cool there. But then we do drop to 46 on Wednesday. After that front moves through, we dry out again and we get another little surge of cooler air that's going to be moving our way. And look at the ups and downs with these afternoon temperatures too. On Saturday, cooler than average, 64. Sunday, 73, so warming there. And then there's that 82-degree temperature for your Monday afternoon before we start trending down again into the lower 70s on Tuesday and on Wednesday. And, you know, it's not frigid or anything. We're just talking about temperatures getting back to where we should be for this time of year, there in the lower 70s. Here you see the average high for this time of year is 73. So we'll be just a little bit below that on Tuesday and Wednesday, but still not really cold or anything out there for this time of year. The European model, this is our extended track. Let me walk you through what we're watching here. Again, Saturday and Sunday looking great. And a lot of the southeast is going to be looking good here for the weekend. Nothing major moving in. Monday will be the day with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Tuesday, all right, this is the system that we're talking about. It's a weak system with limited moisture coming in on Tuesday. And you saw that green kind of move through here pretty quickly early in the day on Tuesday. That's why we're just going with about a 20% chance for an isolated shower. And that's going to reinforce the cooler air that's going to start moving in as those arrows come back out of the northwest. So that just starts to trend those temperatures back down just a little bit. So we have the cooler air for Wednesday as well as on Thursday. And then by the end of next week on Friday, we'll be watching a few more clouds around, maybe going back up to a really low rain chance by the end of the week. It's not showing up here on the maps yet, but that might come later in the day on Friday with that cooler, not only cooler air, but also the chance for a couple of showers that'll start moving back into our area for the end of next week. But really, this week, through the weekend and into next week, after the really active pattern that it feels like we've been in with a lot of severe weather, other than a couple little spots there on Tuesday where we might have a chance for some showers, it really looks like we're moving into a quieter pattern going through the next few days and really the next week here. And that'll be reinforced when you look here at the 7-day outlook, where we've got the cooler air on Saturday as those high temperatures are going to be going up to about 64 degrees. And then heading into your Sunday, that cool start in the morning, a low of 42, but then warming up to 73 with that mostly sunny sky. Monday, mostly sunny, and then that is the warm day where we're going to be seeing those temperatures going up to around 82 degrees here in the afternoon hours. So really warm, above average on Monday with that mostly sunny sky. Then on Tuesday, so again, looking at the whole week here, not a lot of action on here, and the only thing that might, you know, throw a little fly in the ointment here is that little system coming in with limited moisture on Tuesday, 20% chance for a shower. That cools us back to 72, going from 82 to 72, then 70 for a high on Wednesday, back to 75 Thursday, 74 on Friday. But by the end of next week, watching that low chance for some showers that will be moving back into our area for the end of next week. So enjoy your weekend. We deserve it. Finally, a weekend where we're not talking about either rain or severe weather on the weekend or either coming up on the Monday after the weekend. So it's a nice weekend for you. And again, this week not looking too bad, as we're going to see some pretty nice weather for the week ahead. Just a couple of spots here with maybe some low rain chances, and that'll be on Tuesday as well as on Friday. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you tuning in for these extended weather updates right here on 11 Alive Plus.